So I love terrible movies and I also love sci-fi movies, so I thought why not combine the two and watch terrible sci-fi movies. Today I'm going to watch the 1984 film The Dungeonmaster. I don't know the plot, I don't know the cast, I don't know the director. I'm guessing off the title, maybe like Dungeons and Dragons or something like that. Maybe fantasy and sci-fi mixed together. I'm very excited to watch this. I love 80s movies, I love cheesy movies, so I'm excited to watch this. If you have any other suggestions for sci-fi movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you're ever curious about what gear I use or what's on the bookshelf, I've included a link in the description. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and check back often for more awesome content. Okay. Starting off with like a dream sequence. Oh my. Oh, there we go. Getting spicy. Is she the dungeon master? Ah. Oh, bonked him. What the frick are these things? They just like busted open this like submarine door and now they're taking her away. What the frick are these goons? Nay. So weird. Yeah, it was like the no credits right into a scene. Ragewar? Is that what it was originally? Like, did this movie have two titles? Based on Charles Band. Okay, I don't recognize that name. This music is like, this is like horror movie music.
Late for repair appointment, Kahane Information System.
Oh my god, yes.
Late for repair appointment. Please respond. Please respond.
80s versions of Siri telling him he's late.
I've got clients waiting for media quotes, schedules. It all costs money.
Whoa, his glasses are... Okay, cool. They can scan things.
Yeah, this isn't going to take long at all.
So when I said it was based on characters by, is this a book or a comic or anything like that? Comment below and let me know.
That was nothing. Nothing.
Those shorts, though. Oh my. Paul is a computer programmer, and that he has the ability to change traffic lights with his glasses? What? Love a good 80s montage. Oh, here we go. Workout time. Peak 80s physical Olivia Newton-John time. What does this have to do with anything? The movie just started and I already am just like, we've got glasses that scan things. We've got babes working out. We've got some suspicious sounding music. I don't know where to go from there. Can his glasses tell the ATM to give him money? Uh-oh. Cheat code. Yeah, that's what's happening.
Withdrawal $20.
What is with these? I need to get me a pair of these glasses. I think there is, maybe it was Google, there was another company that was creating glasses, like that could scan things.
3 minutes over yesterday.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Account overdrawn.
Yeah, I know. I'll take care of it in the morning.
So he's got this talking computer that like is connected to his glasses somehow.
I knew something was up when I first walked in
Gwen.
the door. You were acting really
Gwen,
strange.
let's
Oh.
get married.
He's proposing?
Developed with talent. It's what gives me an edge.
God, every time I think about that experiment you were involved in and how you were able to link up.
What? He's some kind of like bionic man? He can link up to the computer?
He can't link up the way we can.
Oh my.
So, you like it?
Did she actually say yes yet? His glasses. Wow. Okay. His glasses are displaying images on their own. What? What's going on? Oh my, it looks like he's going fencing. Or playing a game of cricket. He's like trapped in this place. Oh, and he's bleeding from his mouth. He was like trapped in this cave, but he could see like this other scene. No need to acknowledge the mysterious fog. Whoa! What? What? Is this real life? Oh my.
And I had this dream.
What? They were like teleported into whatever the heck this place is? Oh. Whoa, he zapped her.
I don't believe this.
Oh my. Shoo-ba-doo. Oh, those nails. Ah. Quick outfit change. Zoop, zoop.
You are a worthy opponent for Mestima.
Whoa, that's fun.
All on your machines. Your magic machines.
The computers, the magic machines? It's like challenging him to fight against the computers or something? Ah!
Prince of Darkness!
Ozzy Osbourne, is that you?
Mestima equals Beelzebub. Alive.
Oh, shoot. Okay, so the devil challenged him to this duel?
Yours is a magic I have never encountered.
Oh. Double zap. What? So the devil has challenged him to 7 challenges, to be specific, and if he loses one, the devil gets his soul. Okay. Yeah, and the devil sees computers as like this newfound way of magic because he doesn't understand, and he's like, for centuries I've been trying to find a worthy opponent, but now I've encountered this, and basically you're a worthy opponent, and let's battle it out. Oh, Frozen Wolverine. Oh.
But it's cold! Oh,
Oh god.
oh, where are we?
These are people who've lost previously, I'm guessing. He turns them into statues if they lose. Jack the Ripper. Okay. Einstein.
It's all over! Don't leave me!
I'll be right there.
Bye. Oh, snow quicksand. Okay, interesting.
What is it, my dear Gwen? Would you like me to warm you up?
Yeah. And Gwen's being held captive in case this challenge goes wrong. Wow! Take that. Oh, bonked him again. Historical bonk. Ew! Oh my god. They're like zombies, but their eyes are missing. Ew. Is each challenge... Whoa! That was quite the effect. Starburst. Whoa, chopped up his arm. Bye. Yeah, is each challenge just gonna be him fighting different things? He's like, I did it, I'm the best.
Dead?
Yes, I control these discarded husks that once contained the human soul.
There's no way that's lining up, but I don't care.
Why am I here?
To test you against that which every man must face.
Tiny man and a tiny chair. Yeah, this guy's like the gatekeeper of death. Yeah, these are zombies or dead. Oh my god, what is that little furry thing? Zap him, zap, zap, zaps. Oh, it shoots lasers? That's fun.
Gaze upon it. It is your own death at the hands of Nestie.
Whoa, he has to witness his own death? That's meta. Cheese and rice. I'm making fun of like the special effects and like the puppets and stuff, but for the time it was probably decent, but I still love it. Like when I'm making fun of it, I don't mean anything negative. I genuinely love how cheesy it is.
That thing is only a culmination of future possibilities.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Shall destroy you.
I reject your reality and I substitute my own.
Excellent. Excellent. I like his theory. Yeah, good job.
Adversary.
Oh my God, Paul.
Yeah, they thought by showing him his own death, he would panic, but he's like, I can still change and make my own choices.
Keep her out of it!
Paul, don't push your luck.
Oh my God, this guy's the worst. Yeah, get out of there, you creep. Keep your paws to yourself. What can't this computer do? The soundtrack's super goofy, but I love it. Whoa! He can create his own images in the sky? It's like, I see your space dragon, and I raise you another space dragon. I know they weren't super complicated, but I still loved it.
Do you fancy music?
Oh my.
This is a piece of my own composing.
Oh, the devil's music.
You like this noise?
You shall have your fill of it!
Oh my. Wasp? Is that a real band? Yes! I think this might be the, like, on a scale of 1 to 80 on how 80s this is, I'd give it a solid 78. Oh my! Gwen is only in this movie to be the victim. Rock and roll, the devil's music, is that what he's implying? Mm-hmm. Was this song, I haven't heard of this band before, is this song just for the movie, or comment below if this is an actual band or anything like that? I am the sadist that whips the flesh. Oh my. You'll be molested. This song is messed up. Oh my God. I'm not even gonna repeat the lyrics he just said. This is disgusting. Whoa, lasered. This is his challenge, as he has to battle the band and fight the devil's music. Tormentor. Oh, God. It's like that box Matilda had to go in with the spikes. When in doubt, use your computer arm. Yes! Lasering the band away. Bye!
Bargain for.
How quaint.
Who is this actor? He's doing a very good job of being super, super creepy. Oh, Paul. Yeah, it's interesting that, like, Paul represents the computer and they're synced up and... And they never said, like, what happens if he wins all 7 challenges. Like, I highly doubt this guy's just gonna let him go, but... I'm really enjoying it so far. Super cheesy, super goofy, lots of lasers. Were they trying to leave it as like a sacrifice to the statue? Like there's like some other stuff nearby? Oh, the statue's coming to life? What? Oh my God. I'm assuming that would have been done in like stop motion. So cool. So cheesy, I love it. Yes! Pew pew! Yeah, this like Aztec or statues coming to life. Laser! Whoa, he lasered his laser? Whoa, we got him. Got him right in the bits. Oh my god, that was so cool! Stop motion is very time consuming no matter what decade you're in, but cheese and rice, that was cool.
I'd say I know him pretty well, Miss Dima.
Yeah, that's an interesting, if this is one of the challenges, is like, what is she worth to you? Like, would you give up your own freedom for her? Or these babes? Oh my. Trade one babe for 3? Oh.
Stop her. Yours. For as long as you can tolerate the ecstasy.
Oh my. Oh my gosh! This challenges is next to Gwen's body? That's effed up. Oh my god.
But you have no time to waste. The paper you read is tomorrow's headline.
Oh, okay. He's gonna kill her tomorrow?
Sure, like Halloween, right?
Look, Freeze! We got a bot!
Oh god, yeah, and he only has an hour.
Hold on. Freeze! You guys, you don't understand. Look, there's gonna be another murder.
Oh, right, that wasn't Gwen. Yeah, he's saying you have an hour to find her, basically.
Hey, you funny guy, now shut up.
Yeah, it's interesting, like, if he's supposed to represent the computer, and they're
So what's this you read?
using, like, human mortality, basically, as his threat,
This book tells you the future. Get out.
but his computer, like, a computer can't die, like, it's...
You guys could use some new shocks.
Yeah, and some of the challenges seem to be a lot longer and more complicated. Oh my god, is this Dexter? What are we doing here?
Suspect seen headed east. On 5th Street. All units respond.
Oh, clever. He sent it like a fake radio transmission. I like how this computer has limitless possibilities. Like, it can override anything, shoot lasers, like, very powerful computer. Oh, shoot, better get in there. That was a cool shot to have it looked in the mirror. Wow, he laser bounced. Pew pew. The accuracy of that laser, though. Just like that. Oh, here come the police.
Eddie, did you see what I saw?
Nope.
Me neither.
Ha 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 ha. No need to investigate that further. Whoa, they're appearing in the flame? Oh, God. Yeah, and like, what do these crystals do? Is that what the devil or this demon is after? Is these crystals, and he's using Paul to go collect them for him?
Won by simply walking out of the cave.
Oh.
I didn't know.
That was the challenge? Okay, that goblin thing was actually an angel?
Reality is hell.
Prepare for the end!
Oh! An airplane graveyard?
Frequency scan intercepted by local military. Military hostile.
What? Oh my god, who's this? Look at these things! Oh my god, they're so fun.
Oh boy, we got you now. We got you. I got him here.
It's like Mad Max vehicle and then this like rainbow Happy Fun Times car. Oh, his computer arm.
Cal, still in laser mode?
Affirmative.
Oh, he's gonna laser him right in the face.
183, 284, 316. Fire!
Wow, simultaneous laser blast. Okay, that worked. Now they've got this sweet ride.
Good shot, huh?
What is this crazy road that he's on? Oh, shoot! Wow! They were clearly already stopped and nobody's in there. Oh, man.
Can know real excitement.
Was he trying to give him to, like, get up his immortality? What?
The Excalibrate. Challenge you to a real contest.
Oh, tables have turned. Yeah, so he's threatening him to like hand on like. Is he a trained fighter? Like, oh, pushed him down a hill. Ha ha ha! Is he like cursing him? Oh, here comes Cal. Whoa! He lasered over a sword. What is this? Okay, so he defeated the thing. They've been transported back home now. Yeah, I wonder, like, that demon thing was saying something at the end before he fell in, so is he now in the computer? Oh, okay. Straight to the end credits. Each sequence was written by a different person? Demons of the Dead. Okay, that's interesting. It's almost like short stories. So that was my first time watching the 1984 film The Dungeonmaster, or Ragewar. I'm assuming they changed the title of the film after it was released. Just super 80s. I really enjoyed it. They definitely packed a lot into an hour and a half with these 7 challenges, and some of the challenges seemed more complicated than others. Some took a total of 2 minutes, some were much longer sequences, but I really enjoyed it overall. Super cheesy, super goofy, lots of lasers, and I think this is the first time I've seen a movie where it's a computer fighting a demon or the devil or something like that. Yeah, it was an interesting spin on like horror, sci-fi, fantasy, something like that, especially in the 80s when technology was booming and all these concepts were new. I love that he had that prop arm computer thing where he would just type in, and his glasses that could scan things, and they didn't really explain. Gwen briefly mentioned at the start of the movie that Paul had had an accident and now he was synced up with the computer. They didn't really go into further detail about what the accident was, if he now has computer parts or something like that. I don't know. The glasses were definitely cool, and like I said, I think there's something in modern day like that. I don't know if it's been released to the public, but I think they're working on some glasses that have the ability to scan things and have more computer-like properties, so that's kind of cool considering this came out in 1984 or filmed in 1983 even, and you know, 20, 30 years later it's coming out as a possibility for reality. I think that would be super interesting, and I think that's what I love most about sci-fi is what people perceive the future to be like, especially sci-fi from like the 50s and 60s, what they imagine like the year 2000 to be like, and how much of those predictions have come true, or like versions of them have come true, or you know, things that are still very far off, like flying cars and stuff like that. So I love that kind of imagination that goes into sci-fi, and the adaptations that could come reality and how that would affect your life. I think that's super interesting. The opening scene with that guy chasing the girl, and then even the ending was very abrupt. It was just kind of the two of them transported back into his apartment, and she's like, "Okay, yeah, let's get married." And then they broke down credits based on each challenge and each sequence, and I wasn't expecting that. It sounds like each sequence had a different director and writer, so it kind of felt like more short stories put together. I think that's the first time I've seen a film have different directors for different segments. Usually that's more for like TV shows. Directors will come in and direct a certain episode and then move on. But yeah, it was interesting. And they mentioned this concept and this story was based on characters created by Charles Band. So comment below, was that a comic book? Is that a novel? Was there a sequel, remake, anything like that? I don't think I've heard of anything, but again, especially if it was released under a different title, who knows? Super interesting, yeah, and I'm curious to find out how well it did at the box office, especially if they're changing the name. It definitely, like I said in the beginning, felt like it was going to be a Dungeons and Dragons theme with dungeon in the title. I don't know what Dungeonmaster, if that's what Paul was supposed to be in, was a dungeon. I loved all the peak 80s elements that were in this film, from the lasers to the sets to that workout montage with Gwen at the beginning. Like, fitness was very popular in the 80s, and just So many things in this just screamed 80s to me. The rock band, and like I said, comment below. I don't know if that's a real band, if they just made it up for the movie. I'm assuming that song, the band Wasp, or if it was an acronym, was a song created just for this movie. It sounded obviously very specific to what was happening in this film. But comment below, were they a very popular band in the 80s? I've never heard of them. I think that was one of my favorite of the challenges, just because it was a creative twist. Everything else was like, go defeat this demon, go defeat this monster. And then like, well, what do you consider music? And he's like, well, we can talk about lots of things. We can talk about art and history, and they kind of compared music choices and music preferences as a battle, which is interesting because music, I think, is something that's very personal and that you have your selective taste, but how do you compare that to somebody else's and how do you battle with that? I thought was interesting. And you could probably even go back further and say like rock and roll used to be perceived as like devil's music, and kids who listened to it or played their records backwards or anything, like all of these crazy theories. I wish there would have been more female characters and strong female roles in this, but again, I'm not surprised considering it was an 80s movie. Gwen was basically in this film to be associated with Paul and to be a potential wife for him, and even then it sounded like he was more involved with his relationship with his computer, Cal, and basically she was just a damsel. Gwen was just a damsel in distress for the entire film, and Paul's just going around saving her. Again, not high hopes considering it's the 80s, but it would have been nice. In the opening credits, they listed puppets and like special effects and stuff, so I'm assuming that guy who was in charge, the gatekeeper for the undead, during that one of the first challenges, I'm assuming that was a puppet. And now it looks very dated, obviously, but for the 80s, it probably would have been okay. It probably would have been decent. When he's facing off the zombies, the makeup looks okay. Like, again, it's the 80s and it's not... Compared to what we know now, it's obviously dated, like I said, but I think for the time it would have been okay, it would have been decent. The audio from the puppet was definitely off. There was no way his mouth was moving in time with those words, but again, I'm not going to hold that against them. I think this movie is one of the ones that it's so bad it's good situation. Super entertaining. They definitely packed a lot of stuff into 90 minutes. So much fun, and each challenge I felt like, well, okay, there's a different scene, there's a different story. I think that also set up the timeline for the movie. We knew he had to complete these 7 challenges. I really liked the band challenge. I liked the challenge where he has to face off with that stop motion Aztec Mayan statue thing. That was super cool. Again, if it was stop motion, that's very, very time consuming. And I'm assuming it was stop motion because of the time. I don't imagine it was computer generated, and the movements you could kind of tell were kind of clunky. But I love that stuff. And I know there's a bunch of older sci-fi films that relied very heavily on stop motion because, again, that's all they had. That's all they knew how to make 2D things come to life, basically. But yeah, I thought that was super well done, and I wasn't expecting anything like that in this. Obviously lots of lasers and laser sounds. I also really like that challenge where he's with that puppet Ratspit, and again, at the credits they listed Ratspit as played by Ratspit, so comment below, is that a character? Is he in other sci-fi movies? I don't recognize him, but that whole challenge seemed very heavy and very intense. The fact that he was presented with his own, a zombie version of himself or an unalived version of himself. And it's like, hey, I'm so confident that you're not going to win any of these challenges. Here you go. I'm going to face you with your own mortality right now. Look at yourself as an unalive version. And Paul's reaction, I thought, was so interesting. And I think as an audience member, your reaction is supposed to be like, oh, he's going to, give up. He's going to be scared. This is be a terrifying thing to face. But he kind of goes the opposite route, which again, I thought was creative, how he's just like, you know what? I'm rejecting your reality. I'm going to perceive my own. I'm going to create my own. Like, I know this reality isn't real because I'm standing here, like Paul's standing here and he's alive and he knows that this is just a perception of reality. It was kind of like Christmas Carol when he's faced with the 3 ghosts. It's like, this is what your future could be if you don't change your ways. So I feel like Paul kind of interpreted that way instead of just facing it with, oh, this is 100% set in stone what my reality is. He's like, no, I know I still have my choices. I know I can still go through these challenges, try my best, and hopefully defeat this thing. So he kind of rejects that, and I think that was Yeah, that was such an interesting twist because, again, I think we were expecting him just to cave and to just be scared and to just think, okay, like, I'm not going to be able to do this, and just kind of have a moment of weakness as a character. But it definitely showed a stronger side of him, and that he rejected it and he was willing to go through these challenges. And that was early on. I think that was only like the second challenge after that ice gallery. You know, you're facing off something very intense, and with a computer, that's all you have as your weapon, basically, this magical computer. So yeah, that was super interesting, and I like the way he phrased it. I like the way that it was, I can't remember the exact quote, but I like the way that he said it. And I noticed some of the challenges were a lot more like, there was that one with rat spit, which was very intense, and very, to me, it felt very like, whoa, this is like you're literally facing with your own mortality. And then there's other ones where he has to defeat a rock band, or he has to defeat a statue coming after him with a jewel in his face that shoots lasers. Like, so they definitely seem to be not inconsistencies, but like a vast range between like the depth of these challenges. And Gwen even said, like, why are you still keeping us alive? Like, what are you getting out of this, basically? You could have just killed us a long time ago. And again, assuming this whole movie took place over one night and one dream. And it seems like this demon's motivation was to basically out of boredom. He's like, you know what? I've challenged Jack the Ripper. I've challenged Bloody Mary. I've challenged Einstein. I've challenged all these people, and they all failed these tests, and I'm bored. And Paul even phrased it. He's like, you know what? Like, you may be immortal, but there's no risk in your life. Like, you don't have anything on the line. You know you're going to live forever, basically. All you have is time. Time is kind of your worst enemy, whereas humans, you know, time is limited. And that was the opposite problem for this demon. He's trying to pass the time. He's just stuck basically with his own thoughts and nothing to really entertain him. So he starts up this challenge with Paul. And then even at the end, when we see Paul and this demon have like this hand-to-hand combat, basically, he's like, there's no magic involved. By magic, I mean computers. And let's just, you know, fight one-on-one, man-on-man. He's like, that's how real battles are won. Let's do this. If you're that set on, you know, having some challenge in your life, he's like, you've just been sitting here safe, and I've been going out and getting my hands dirty and doing all these things. It sounded like the demon cursed Paul, or cursed the computer, or something like that, as he was saying. I don't know what he was saying, but it definitely didn't sound good before he fell into that pit. So even as Paul defeats this demon, it doesn't sound like he's in the clear yet. And then even when we see him back in his apartment and he's talking to Cal sounds, he's not as trusting, it seems. Like, he's like, okay, Cal, like, I'm a little bit suspicious now. I'm a little bit cautious, but maybe that's what they wanted the sequel to be, or whatever, to have Cal now be possessed by this demon, or Cal goes evil and starts, you know, the machines come alive kind of thing. It was interesting to hear the computer talking to Paul. I think we kind of have Surrey and, you know, different versions of that now, 30 years later. But yeah, it was interesting to see an 80s version, and he's got his computer with the bar graph basically moving up and down as like audio waves when she's talking. And even how the human version of Gwen was jealous of a computer, basically, which is interesting to think about. We don't usually associate feelings with computers, but again, with that accident, it seems like Paul and this computer had some kind of connection, and Gwen originally rejects the marriage proposal, or is apprehensive about it, because of his relationship with this computer. And then obviously the computer plays a big part in helping Paul go through these challenges and escape. And I think that's what convinces Gwen to change her mind, get married, and obviously going through this horrible event. I think the whole overall concept of the movie was interesting, how technology could be perceived as magic, and especially to someone who's unfamiliar with it, like this ancient demon, computers would seem completely foreign, and that might be how they were perceived when they first came out, if someone was unfamiliar with the technology, and how does this work, and how can it do all these things, and it must be magic. Like, I think it was interesting to kind of draw those parallels, but put it like a weird dark twist on it, as if the demon was perceiving it as magic. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I think it was super cheesy, super 80s. I liked the concept that they were trying to show a computer as being magic and that the devil found this as a worthy opponent and was challenging Paul to all these different challenges so that he could go back to his world, basically. Interesting for sure. I liked the challenges. Some of them, like I said, I think were less impactful than other ones, but some interesting concepts for sure, like facing your own death. I really enjoyed it. So fun. I thought the guy who was playing the demon was really well done. Like, I thought he was doing a great job of being evil. I didn't recognize any of the cast, but comment below, were they in any other sci-fi movies or where would I know them from? But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for sci-fi movies you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and check back often for more awesome content. Talking computer that like is connected to his glasses. Can his glasses tell the ATM to give him money? Shoo-ba-doo! Turns them into statues if they lose. Jack the Ripper. An airplane graveyard? That goblin thing was actually an angel? Tiny man and a tiny chair. This guy's like the gatekeeper of death. Starburst. It's like, I see you're a space dragon and I raise you another space dragon.